Hey guys, so I am back with another process video, and this is the first layout that I am making with my mini kit series number 3 kit. And I'm really sorry that this is going to be slightly late. Couple of reasons for that. Well, first, it was a really busy week. I had lots of tests, and I had the Model UN the whole weekend. So I filmed the video, and then I went to upload it. I filmed it kind of last minute. And then the internet stopped working, so I canceled the video after it uploaded. And then I realized that I had forgotten to do a voiceover. So here I am now doing a voiceover, and I'm hoping I will have it up today, and that isn't too bad. So I'd like to apologize for that. Okay, so I started here with, I printed my picture, and I was hesitant about using this picture because it does have a bright green, and all of the colors in this kit are a lot softer. And also, this is a picture of the mountains, which I would normally scrapbook as like hiking thing with bright colors and a kind of more rustic feel to it, if that makes sense, as opposed to like very feminine and butterfly mint light pink florally thing. But I figured it's nature, so it all works fine. So and I do really like how the layout turned out. So the first thing I did was I just saw those 2 strips of paper that looked really nice together and also really matched with the photo, and that kind of just set me in the direction of doing a big cluster in the middle with 3 strips of paper behind the photo. So the one is going to be that floral paper, then the other is going to be that plaid, and then I'm looking for a third paper. And I went through all the papers in my kit, and I found this newsprint paper from the Vintage Bliss 6x6 paper pad by Simple Stories, and I am going to just layer that in. And I've also found this Project Life card that I had included in the kit, and I'm going to use it as a mat behind my photo, and that is from Maggie Holmes. So I'm gonna try not to explain where all these products are from too much, just so I can focus more on the process, since you can go ahead and check out my stash kit share where everything is listed, and I tell you where everything came from. So then I'll pull this other Project Life card just to have a border around the whole page and just to add a few more layers. And yeah. And then I thought I could cut out some of these frames and put them as a banner somewhere on the layout as an embellishment cluster. So I cut them out, but I'm not really loving it. So I'm gonna toy with the idea for a while, but they're not gonna end up on the page. So I'm just cutting another one out. And another one. So yeah, so then I thought maybe I could do like a larger banner, but I don't know. I just can't figure out how to use banners. I love looking at them, but I just can't figure out how to use them on a page. And I have like the chipboard set that's off there to the left, has a couple of banners on it, and I love the look of them while they're on the set, but when I try to use them on a layout, I just can't, and I don't know, it just doesn't work. So here I decided I'm going to glue down some of these layers, and I'm just going to use some adhesive in the center of them so I can easily tuck things in behind once I get my embellishment started, because I don't have any clue where the embellishment clusters are going to go at this point. So if you've noticed, I'm using a tape runner, which I discovered at like a bookstore, and I think it was maybe €2, and it's 10 meters of permanent tape. And it's a cute little thing, but I ran out after I used it on just a couple of layouts. So, I mean, if I need to like 10 of those a month, it's not really cheap. So, I don't know. I'll probably just buy that when I'm at the store, and I only go to that store like maybe once every 3 months. So, I do like it. It's I think it's a Greek brand. So, yeah, it works fine. And it's easy to put in small places as opposed to like my ATG gun. And also it's accessible. I don't have, it's hard for me to find refills for my ATG, which is why I haven't used it in about a year. So, anyway, so then I decided I needed some pop of color, so I took out my tumble glass distress ink and some packaging and some water, and just did the packaging technique. And then I felt like I needed more pigment and more paint, so I decided to just kind of stamp the pad on the paper directly, and then just add some water to kind of liquidize it a bit, and it also adds some more texture that way. So everything is dry now, and I'm contemplating the idea of using that craft paper as a mat of the whole layout, but because there is a black element already in the page because of that Project Life card, I'm not sure if I want to add the craft or not yet at this point. And then I considered briefly adding those Amy Tangerine thickers as my title, but they were too, I like the fact that they were scripty and foam, but they were too black and bold and it wasn't going to work. So I decided to not use them. And the reason I pulled those, they weren't originally included in my kit, but is because I allow myself to pull alphas out from my stash. I don't include them in my kit because I don't have a really big selection of them anyway. So when I need them, I allow myself to pull them from my stash. And I'm going through this little bin of random stuff and just seeing if I can somehow use any of this. So that chipboard piece that you've seen that I've been toying with a while, I decided to cut off part of it because it had an orange strip that wasn't working. So I cut it off so I could use it on this layout. And then I also have that chipboard piece there on the photo there, and I liked it there for a while, but then the way the layout progressed, it just didn't work there, so I'm not gonna use that either. And now here's where I pull out this banner, and I really liked it, like the pattern and the way it was really worked for the colors of this layout, and I tried really hard to include it, but I don't know, I just couldn't get it on the page. So I'm gonna fuss with it quite a lot. And I'm just taking the adhesive backing off of the chipboard so I can use it as kind of like a die cut, and it just makes my life easier. So I thought that the butterfly looked nice up there, and that's kind of when I decided that I am going to use craft. So I will most likely mat the whole layout on that craft paper. And then I tried this floral, but I don't know, the pink was too bold. And then I decided to cut out some of these cut-aparts from this sheet here. And I do use quite a few from here. So I think I edited out most of the process of me cutting because you didn't really have to see that. So here I am with this newsprint, and I really like the newsprint, but it wasn't working over on that side because it was overlapping with the text font that's behind the photo, and it was too much. So I'm not going to end up using that, but I did pull like a journaling spot where I could layer my my butterfly on, and then I have these two die cuts at the bottom here. The one says happy memory and the other one says love, and I just thought that would be a cute cluster. And I also pulled a chipboard geotag to put there, and then that butterfly kind of card I put over to the side because I wanted something on that side of the cluster of the photo as well. So now I have 3 clusters going on, and I chose the butterflies because I had the butterfly on the other side. It kind of pulled in the same icon, and then also the colors work really nicely. So yeah, now I'm debating trying to use that banner, and then I'm kind of stuck. I don't really know what to do, so I'm going just through random things and just trying to find stuff that I might want to use. So then I did trim down that love piece at the bottom because it was just too big for the cluster. And then I did replace the blue chipboard with that craft chipboard, that chipboard banner. I just liked it better. And then that newspaper font, the newsprint paper, pattern paper that I have behind the photo, the back side was these yellow grid, and I just had these tiny little strips, so I thought I might as well try and use them. So I'm going to add a bit of that strip to all 3 clusters eventually. And then here's when I decided that yes, I'm going to finally mat my photo, my layout on this page. And I at first I thought I don't need to gut this. I mean, I'm trying to use this paper up. I don't need to gut it and keep part of it. But then I thought, I'm going to make another layout with this kit, so I might end up using it there anyway. And also, I do really like that paper, so I just gutted it just a bit. And then I glued it down. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue down these strips. So I'm going to add one in each cluster. So one right there where the butterfly is going to go, and then one at the bottom and one over to the side. I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down as well. So while I'm doing that, there's nothing really to explain. I just like to remind you guys to head on over to Caitlin's YouTube channel. I have the link in the description below. She also made a kit with me this month, and she also has a process video, and she uploaded hers on time, unlike me. So go ahead and check hers out. I really like what she made. So yeah, and her kit is amazing. So you should go check out her videos over on her channel. I'll have them linked in the description. So then I'm trying that banner again, but I just can't make it work for the life of me. So and then I went through the Chanel little by little sticker book, and I just colors work really nicely, and I can't speak today. And I saw a lot of things that could match, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to use. So I'm starting off with some of these florals, and I love those florals, but again, the pink was too bright for this layout, so I decided not to use it for this one. And then I have like some labels here, so I'm trying to incorporate some of those labels because the colors worked, and I kind of wanted a bit more to the page. But when I placed them on the page, I didn't like it, so I decided to not use any of those Chanel stickers for the time being. And then yeah, so that the two die cuts there at the bottom are actually really thin because it's from paper that's thin, the one you buy at Joann's for like 20 cents or something. So I decided to pop them up on some foam just to give them some interest. So that is what I did. And then I pulled out these name dots. These are not in the kit, but I'm trying to use them up. And I thought that the colors would work really nicely. So I added a triangle up there, and then I added a triangle to the cluster on the side. And then I didn't add one to the bottom cluster because I have that geotag, which is the same color as those enamel dots, so I didn't think it was necessary. And then I'm also adding a clear sticker, one of those floral stickers from the Chanel sticker book, but in a smaller size and in a yellow color and a pink that wasn't so bright. And then I'm going to add an enamel dot over there as well. I should say it's not an enamel dot, it's an enamel triangle actually. And those are from Webster's Pages, the Alison Kreft #happy collection, I believe. And now I just drew a doodly border, and I'm doing some journaling with this gorgeous black pen, gel pen, which I'm not sure where it came from. So I hope you enjoyed the process. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video of my kit share, as well as many other videos coming to my channel. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.